Okay. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kadash. Honors to those that I've learned from. Of course, those men that's continuously pushing out this word on the internet, on YouTube. Be the flock, we're thankful for that. Double honors to the apostles of Israel and shalom to those of Yasharallah, seeking the truth, seeking righteousness, and hoping for edification. All right, today I want to get into this Constitution of the United States of America. This thing is really seeming to, taking a look at it now that we can pretty much, everyone here can pretty much agree that we're at the end. This whole thing is wrapping up, it's coming to an end, it's clearing up, it's over. And we can see that the distinct parts of this Constitution that we see that they were written for this day and for this time. I mean, freedom of speech, freedom of religion, the right to bear arms. It seems as though the founding fathers of this country had some kind of foresight, and that foresight was pure wickedness. Pure wickedness was in their heart, pretty much. These people, the founding fathers of this country, were complete wicked. You people in America need to get over yourselves, get over this founding father thing. But we know who's always pushing that. It's the Edomites. They're always pushing that founding father thing because in their heart and in their mind, they know, they pretty much, they know who they are. They have an idea of who they are, but they don't really know. I mean, they have an idea that those guys were looking out for their best interests. Now, the Constitution, I believe, was made for these end times. We know that Babylon, daughter of Babylon, this would be America. This was the beast that had the deadly wound that was healed. It's back in full effect. And it seems they have a good memory of that, of the day they took the wound, because these laws that were formulated, they seem like they were here to stop something. They're here to ensure the delay, a prophetic removal of the Esau from power, because they knew that day was coming. And so they want to make sure you have the right to bear arms, the right to freedom of speech, the freedom of religion. You know, all these things could pretty much keep them like, this is my rights to the Constitution. You can't take them away from me. And now they're trying to take away their own rights, the Egyptian versus the Egyptian. So right here, this picture, what we're looking at is called the Apotheosis of George Washington. It was commissioned by the U.S. Congress in 1832. In 1840, it was finished and was exhibited in the rotunda of the U.S. Capitol. And since 1964, it has been in the National Museum of Art, National Museum of American History, which is located right down the street from the Capitol, right there in the heart of the District of Columbia. Now, as you look at that, you can see on the bottom of the platform that does say Washington. So I know it doesn't look like the traditional picture of George Washington, but that's him. That's who they want. And they said they liken him after Zeus. And a lot of us today can see that also looks like the Baphomet statue, one hand, one up. And we see what's in his hand right there. That would be the sword. That's what he used to gain all of his wealth, riches, fame, was the sword. He looks like a marble color, a little white, a marble white. But I could guarantee you, if we can get a picture, 4K, from this guy back in 1770, he'd be as red, probably the reddest person in the room. So we're going to start off in Genesis 27 and 39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and the dew of heaven from above. Yeah, they have the fatness in the earth. Go in any country, the best neighborhood, usually right by the coastline. They want the coastline view. They want a double sink. They want someone, one of the natives, one of the Israelites to come clean their shit up after they've, made a complete mess and they're on their flight back home to America. Yeah, go to Costa Rica, go to Jamaica, go to Haiti, go to Mallorca, Spain. Go to India. I mean, go wherever. They living in the best part. Verse 40. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass. It shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. Yeah. And with that sword, and right now he's broken that yoke, and we see how he's living. He's living pretty great. He's got his little constitution, and he's pushing it, and he knew the end times was coming. He knew this day was coming because it says Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is coming afterwards. As he grabbed his heel, he's like, "Where you going? Not so fast." But yeah, so he pretty much formulated this constitution to give him some footing for what's going to happen at the end. He got that right to bear arms. His sword. Freedom of religion. A righteous man that followed his Bible would never institute something called freedom of religion, much less attach separation of state to that. When you open up your country to freedom of religion, what are you going to get? You're going to get the crazies from all over the world coming here. We know what kind of religions are out there. Well, we got Buddha, we got Shinto, we got Hindu, we got Sikh. We got the big three, like Christianity, which is separate of Catholicism, Protestantism, Islam, and Judaism. So pretty much everyone could come here and just get down however you get down. And a righteous nation would never have that. Much less separated church and state. Pretty much what they're saying is they don't want the Bible to oversee their politics. But in Israel, the Prince of Power in our land, the law of Yahweh is the law of the land. I mean, how you going to separate the two? You can't. That's how we managed. That's how we moved. Everything came through the law, so it can't be separated from the state. But in this country, that's the way that's the way they did it. And I think you remember about maybe 10 years ago, everyone was screaming out, "We'll never have a black flag over America. We'll never have Sharia law." What they've never been afraid of. They're afraid of Sharia law, but they're really afraid of is that Mosaic law, the law of the Bible, really governing over in America, because they can't do as thou wilt. That door as thou wilt spirit got to go. So now, that freedom of speech? Freedom of speech, man. Freedom of speech gives you the right to say what you want to say, and pretty much a lot of blasphemy is gonna come out your mouth. I mean, they thought that what they were doing was to preserve themselves for the end time, but what they did was allow for this word to come out at the end time. And they pretty much figured, they know who they had under their foot, working on the cotton fields and working in their houses and doing all the menial jobs and getting paid nothing at the end of the day for it. They know who they had in this country with them. They had the Israelites, the Prince of Powers in here. And they knew, they got them before and they can get them again. But they thought, getting freedom of speech, we have them completely under our foot. It's 1776. They've been here for about 200 years now. They ain't made a move. The Most High has pretty much turned them over to us. Freedom of speech, it's only going to be for us, right? They try to speak out, we gonna kill them. But hey, look where we at now. That freedom of speech is pretty much on every major urban corridor in America, bringing it out with fringes on, letting you know that your time is up. And now they pretty much want to take away that freedom of speech. You see, this guy, he's been a truce breaker since he came out the womb. Just a liar. This guy, you want to take down your page. Did you say freedom of speech? They want to go against their own constitution. Let's hit up Malachi 1. Malachi 1 and 3. And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. Forever. He hates you forever. Forever, ever. You're done. It's over. When the Most High, Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, the Creator, says he hates you, that means pretty much this. Look, man, y'all been eating good in America, right? Y'all think y'all been blessed. You haven't been blessed. The only reason you're eating good is because if you can't eat good and have enough food to throw away, the Israelites ain't going to eat, and we're going to eat because he sent his son down here to preserve us. The only reason you have a house to live in, with all that, is because we're here for servitude. We're here for punishment to serve you, and if you don't have a house, man, with plenty of land, you're gonna have us living up underneath you, and he wants us separate. He doesn't really want us around you too much. Our chattel slavery time is over. He wanted us to get away from you. You think in the hood, we're in the hood, we're in the ghetto, the barrios, the reservation, but as long as we're away from you, okay, he hates you, man. But we're gonna serve out our punishment. All right, let's hit Zechariah. Where we at? 11. Zechariah 11 and 5. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty, and they that sell them say, Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. They didn't care anything. They care nothing about us. So that's why you got your blessing, so that we can have a little something just to preserve us to this day. All right. What else they put? Blacks are 3/5 of a man. That's in the Constitution. You know why? They really didn't even want us in the Constitution, but because they're so greedy, the South is so greedy, they just can't get over themselves. They wanted to count it so that they can get more representation in Congress. So they made blacks, Israelites, 3/5 of a man, where they know that there's 3 parts of man. There's 3 divisions of men. All right, there's the son of perdition, which are them, the sons of man, the heathen, and the sons of God. And the sons of God were created more to be greater than all of men. So men are not created equal, all right? All men are not created equal. Whoever the Israelites are, they were created to be better. What else is in his constitution? The pursuit of happiness. Now, everyone that knows, or we can go to Hebrew 12 and 16. This is the vilest, nastiest, low-life, unrepentant dog ever created, So he wants to pursue happiness. What is he going to do? What's the dog do? Chase around his tail, lick his butt all day? I mean, this is what this guy wants to do, man. What is he into? Look, what is he pushing in society? Turn on TV. Pork, shrimp, lobster. Isn't it amazing that everything the Bible told you not to eat, that's what he pushes? Homosexuality is just pushed. I don't watch anything, any show that this man has produced for the Israelite nation to watch. I won't watch any black, like they want to call it, black shows. I'm not watching it. I'm afraid to listen to the radio. I don't know what these rappers are talking about now. I mean, this place is turning into pure hell. The horns are showing. The devil's out. And pretty much this Constitution is the Constitution of the wicked. I mean, it looked good. I mean, it's been brainwashed to us as we've been in school. That this was great freedom of speech, freedom of religion. You could come here and be what you want to be. Look, man, you can't be what you want to be on this earth because this ain't your earth. You ain't the creator, all right? The creator is the Most High, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai. And you do what he tells you to do. He created this earth for him. Everything's created for him, even the wicked. But the wicked's time is up. It's time for the sons of power to regain their rightful body, their rightful place, and Kwam Yasharala. All right, let's end it right there. So, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Honors to those I've learned from. Double honors to their leaders, the apostles of Israel. And shalom to those of Yasharala seeking truth, seeking righteousness, and hoping for edification. Shalom.